Hi everyone. So till now we have discussed the preparation of alcohols. Okay, we have discussed various reactions with their mechanisms, and now we are going to discuss the chemical properties of the alcohols. Okay, sometimes we also call it as chemical properties, or we can also call it as the chemical reactions. Okay, so in this section we'll be discussing the various chemical reactions that alcohols show. Okay, taking the overlook of the reaction types. Uh, Now we have to remember some key points about the alcohols. The first thing is that the alcohols act both as nucleophiles as well as electrophiles. They have capability of acting as nucleophile as well as electrophile. Okay, if they act as the nucleophile, then this bond will be broken. The hydro oxygen hydrogen bond will be broken when they react as nucleophiles, and when they react as electrophiles, then carbon oxygen bond is broken. Okay, and new products are formed on that basis. And based on these two facts, we have different types of reactions that are shown by the uh, alcohols. They are categorized into two main divisions. One is the cleavage of those reactions in which there is a cleavage of oxygen hydrogen bond, and the reactions which involve the cleavage of carbon oxygen bond. So these are the major reaction types that we'll be discussing in this section. Okay, we'll be discussing the reaction of alcohols with the metals, their esterification with carboxylic acids, with acid chlorides, with organic acids. We'll discuss the dehydration reaction, oxidation reaction, reaction with hydrogen halides, with metals, esterification, and with phosphorus trihalides. These are the different reactions that we'll be discussing under this under this section. Okay, so before discussing the chemical properties, before discussing these reactions in detail, let's take a look at the bonding pattern in the alcohols. Okay, so if we look at the bonding in alcohol, then we see there is a carbon, oxygen, and hydrogen bond. Okay, there is carbon, hydrogen, and oxygen bond, and this carbon is from the alkyl group that's attached to the oxygen of the alcohol. Okay, of the hydroxyl group. Now if we look at this bond, we see that the oxygen is more electronegative than carbon, as well as of that the stronger electronegative than that in comparison to the hydrogen. Okay, it's more electronegative than carbon, it's more electronegative than hydrogen. As a result, what's going to happen, it's going to drag the electron density towards itself from the both atoms, which increases the negative charge on the oxygen and increases the positive charge on the carbon and hydrogen. Okay, now as a result of this effect, what happens, this bond becomes polar. Now the bond becomes polar in nature. Okay, polar means it's having difference in the charge. There is a difference of the electric charge that has raised on these atoms, making the bond as the polar bond. Okay, this polarity this polarity makes the alcohols acids. Due to this effect of polarity, due to polar bonds present in the alcohol, the alcohols are acids. Means they can lose the proton. They have the capability of losing this proton. Okay, and we can say they are Bronsted acids. They are Bronsted acids. Okay, and I will also say that they are weak acids. They are weak acids. So alcohols are weak acids, weak Bronsted acids. Why they are acids? Because of this polarity. Means they can lose the proton to a base. If we add alcohol to a strong base, then they will be losing this they will be losing the proton to the base. Okay, giving out the alkoxide ion. This is alkoxide ion. Okay, this will be the reaction types, a general reaction type that is shown by the alcohols when they are reacted with the strong bases. This indicates that the alcohols are weak acids. Okay, they are acids, but they are weaker in nature, and we can say that they are weaker than water. They are weaker than water. This point is to be noted. They are weaker than water, except methanol. Okay, methanol is more strong acid than water. All other alcohols are all other alcohols are weaker acids. Okay, and this acidity also, if we take different types of alkyl groups that are attached to this carbon, okay, any effect that is electron donating effect, which is capable of donating the electrons to this bond, will increase the electron density on this carbon, okay, which decreases the polarity, that will decrease the polarity of this bond. Any effect that increases the electron density on the oxygen, that will decrease the polarity of the bond. As a result, will decrease the it will be decreasing the acidic strength of the alcohol. Okay, so we can say, if we have a primary alcohol, if we have a primary alcohol, okay, it has electron donating effect. It will be okay, due to this I effect, this will be plus I effect. It will increase the electron density of the oxygen. Okay, it will increase the electron density of the oxygen. As a result, it will be decreasing the polarity. But if we increase this number, if it is if it is if it is a carbon, that's a secondary carbon that's attached to alcohol, okay, then again this bond polarity will be decreased, the acidic strength will be decreased. And if this is a tertiary this is a tertiary alcohol, again the strength will be decreased, and this will be a very 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 weak acid. This will be very weak acid, because it is going to decrease the polarity of the bond by increasing the electron density on the oxygen. Okay, because these effects stabilize the positive charge that is present on the carbon, of the on the can present carbon, that's present on the carbon of this alkyl group. So we can say that primary alcohols are more acidic than secondary, they are more acidic than tertiary. Okay, this is the acidity order that we have to keep in mind. Many a times we are asked about the strength of acids. So now we'll be looking at the reactions. So first of all, we'll discuss the reactions which involve the cleavage of OH bond, and we'll be discussing the reaction of alcohols with metals. Okay, so alcohols, they react with active metals, and the corresponding alkoxides are produced, and uh, they also give hydrogen out as a gas. Okay, so active metals are those metals which react strongly and quickly with other metals. We call them as active metals. Okay, for example, sodium, potassium, aluminum, these are the active metals. If we make the reaction of active metals with with the alcohol, they are going to give us the corresponding alkoxide. Okay, uh, whatever metal we are using, that metal alkoxide will be produced in that reaction and giving out the hydrogen gas. Okay, this is the general reaction. We are using primary alcohol. Okay, two molecules of alcohol react with two sodium metal atoms and giving out the sodium alkoxide. This is sodium alkoxide and hydrogen gas. Okay, and we should remember, if there is any reaction between an acid and the metal, acid and the metal is going to give us the hydrogen. Okay, so alcohol, as we discussed, is an acid, and its reaction with metal is going to give us the is giving hydrogen gas and the sodium alkoxide. Okay, now there is another example. This is a tertiary alcohol. Since we already discussed that tertiary alcohol is less acidic, so we cannot react it with less reactive metals. We need more reactive. So in this case we are reacting it with aluminum, which is more reactive than sodium. Okay, more reactive metal is used to form the corresponding alkoxide. This is aluminum alkoxide present in formed in this case, and we have hydrogen gas as well. Okay, so this is a simple reaction which is similar to the, we can say, the acid base reaction. The sodium, the metal that we use in this case, acts like what you call as base. Okay, which is replacing this hydrogen and substitutes itself at that position. Okay, So this is simple reaction. Now we'll be discussing the more important one, that is the reactions uh, which involve the OH cleavage, and we are discussing the esterification in this case. This is the esterification reaction, and esterification means the formation of esters. Okay, if we are making ester in a reaction, then we call that as esterification. So alcohols can combine with different kinds of acids, many different kinds of acids. They can be organic in nature, inorganic in nature, and we get esters in this case. Okay, this is the esterification reaction. So it is a reaction of the alcohol with acids. Okay, that can be organic acids or inorganic acids. So we are discussing the reaction, its reaction with the carboxylic acids, acid chlorides, and some will discuss some inorganic acids as well. Okay, so look at, this is the general reaction in which carboxylic acid reacts with the alcohol. Okay, this is the carboxylic acid reaction with the alcohol. So this reaction is called as Fischer esterification reaction. You can see the overall change that are taking place in this reaction. So we are reacting a carboxylic acid with the alcohol. Okay, and the product that we are getting is an ester. RCOOR is the ester. RCOOH is the what you call as the carboxylic acid. So we are getting ester in this case. The oxygen is retained, that's the carbonyl oxygen is retained as it was in the carboxylic acid, and the oxygen comes from the oxygen, and the R group comes from the alcohol that we are using. Okay, and we are getting water in this reaction also. So this reaction is called as Fischer esterification reaction. It's a multi-step reaction. Okay, multi-step reaction in which the carboxylic acid with reaction with the alcohol gives us the ester. So this is the ester that has been formed. So that's why we call it as esterification, because the ester has been formed in this reaction. Okay, there is a written a point, if the acid is not specified, the word ester is assumed to mean a carboxylic ester. Okay, means that ester which has been formed by the carboxylic acid. And if you look at the overall change in this, is that this H has been replaced by a R group. Okay, and this H has been replaced by the R group, and the colors just show the atoms that the actual atoms that have come from. Okay, this shows that the blue oxygen shows that it has come from the alcohol. Okay, R group has also come from that alcohol, and okay, this oxygen of the hydrocarboxylic acid has been removed by as the water. Okay, they has been removed as the water. So key important points is that this is what you call as the Fischer esterification is an acid catalyzed reaction. So we need an acid in this reaction. Okay, this is acid catalyzed reaction. It's catalyzed by the acid. It's a reversible reaction, as these arrows show. The reaction can go both sides, and the reactivity in this reaction is that alcohol is more reactive than primary alcohol, than secondary, than tertiary. This is the reactivity of the alcohols in towards this reaction. Okay, and the acids, the carboxylic acid, these are the different carboxylic acid. This is the reactivity pattern of different types of carboxylic acids. Okay, so starting with the mechanism of this reaction, if you look, this is a we have taken a general carboxylic acid here, the carboxylic acid. Okay, and we are reacting it with, this is the acid. Okay, this is what we call as, this is acid. This is an acid which catalyzes the reaction. The first step is the protonation, and this protonation is done, this proton is donated by the acid. Okay, so in this case, this is the acid that we use for the catalysis. So this is acid catalyst. Okay, after the removal of this proton, the acid becomes a base. Now this is a base. Okay, that's why we have shown it as the B. After this protonation, now the carbonyl oxygen is protonated. As a result, there is a positive charge on the carbon. Now this makes this reaction, this acid catalytic step makes this carboxylic acid more reactive. It makes it more reactive, or we can say more electrophilic in nature. Okay, Now there is an easy attack from the alcohol. Now the alcohol is going to, now alcohol acts as a nucleophile. This is a nucleophile in this case. Okay, so this will be attacking the carbonyl carbon, and the electrons will be shifted towards the oxygen, and therefore this positive charge on the oxygen will be stabilized. As a result, we are getting this complex. Okay, this is the attack of alcohol is the second step. Next what is going to happen is that there is the transfer of the proton transfer, and the subsequent release of the water result in an oxonium intermediate. Okay, so what's happening here is the, in this step there is the transfer of proton. This proton gets transferred to this position. Why? Because there is instability due to the positive charge. Okay, so this is going to shift the proton to this oxygen. So this proton shift takes place, and where here we are getting again the positive charge on the oxygen, making it stable. Now this is the oxonium ion. This is the oxonium ion. This is unstable ion. Now what's going to happen, this electron pair will shift towards this carbon oxygen bond, making a pi bond between the carbon and oxygen, and releasing this molecule as water. Okay, this is released as water after the shift of this electron pair towards the, again there is a positive charge on the carbon, making it unstable one. What's going to happen, the base that was already present in the reaction system is going to deprotonate this complex. As a result, this proton will be taken back, and we're getting the acid that we have taken as the catalyst. Okay, this is the acid that we got back, and as a result of the reaction we are getting the, this is the required ester. Okay, so this is a multi-step reaction. We have to look at different steps that are involved in the reaction. So the first step is the protonation. First step is, it is the protonation of the carboxylic acid that we use, and the protonation is done by the acid that we use. This protonation creates a more electrophilic carboxylic acid. That's then the nucleophilic attack of the alcohol takes place on that complex. Okay, and after subsequent reactions steps, we are getting the ester as a product. Okay, so this is the first reaction that we discussed for the formation of the reaction of the alcohol, which is the reaction of alcohol with the carboxylic acid, giving out the ester. Okay, so in the coming sections we will be discussing other reactions of the alcohol.